Bkchatldn.
Big man ting, what's bothering you, bro? I'm done with this relationship, man. I'm done, man. I don't want to do this. Oh, she did what? What do you mean she did that? Raw. Serious. No kind of things there. Why? Get out of here. Yeah, Little Black Book Show. We talk about relationships. Yo, and welcome to the Little Black Book. Little Black Book. Let me see what I got for y'all today. Alright. Let me be serious now. Woo! This is a serious one. Alright, this one's called Fix Me a Plate. So basically what I'm talking about here, yeah, is it alright, yeah, for another woman to come and fix your man a plate? Now, I know some people are going to have their own agendas. Let me just eat this Kit Kat. Just trying to get some product placement in there. Kit Kat, if you're watching this, just to let you know, I like Kit Kats in it, so if you want to sponsor, you know. Evian water bowl as well. No, sorry, Volga. Red spat as well. Sorry. Right, let's do it. Break it out. Alright. So, is it alright for another woman to fix your man a plate? It's a very serious topic. And when I actually broke it down, I actually realised just how deep this particular thing is. Because what we're talking about here, let me give you a little story. And it will make sense later on rather than beginning. In the Bible we have Abraham and Sarah. He had children. He had Isaac married Rebecca. We have then Isaac's child Jacob marrying Rachel and Leah. Here's the key thing. Abraham, it says that Sarah was fair. It says that Rebecca was fair. It says that Rachel was fair. Interesting. Here's another key thing. Who a man chooses to marry will almost indefinitely always resemble a woman who is similar to his mother. And I didn't say all men. I did make a disclaimer that almost all will marry a woman who resembles their mother. Especially when that woman or that mother was a loving, caring mother in their life. They would choose a woman who has similar qualities and traits as their mother. So that's what I want you to understand. That even in the Bible, it started off with Abraham marrying someone who's fair. Then his son married somebody who's also fair. Fair means beautiful. So Abraham married someone who's beautiful. Then his son also made sure he married someone who's beautiful in the face. Then also the last son, Jacob, of the third generation, decided that he loved Rachel more than he loved Leah. Why? Because Rachel resembled his mother. When Rebecca was somebody who obviously was in the field working hard, bringing in water for the cisterns and feeding obviously the animals in the fields. The same way was the same thing also happened when Jacob went to find his wife. Where was Rachel? Rachel was in the fields there drawing water, but feeding the animals. So where was Leah? Leah was in the kitchen. So again there was a repeat process of what the parent had done, but it's purpose and it's almost unconscious for us to do so. I'm just letting you know that men marry women who are similar to their mother, which will make you understand how important when I say that when you say another woman is fixing your man a plate, just how deep this is. So, let me give you another school of thought. Oedipus complex says that a young boy from the youngest age has an attraction to his mother. A woman has attraction to, a young girl has attraction to her father. So if we have a man and another woman's cooking for him, what she's actually doing is a nurturing aspect of motherhood. So she may not be his mother, but she may be a woman who likes him. But as she cooks for him, she's actually taking on a trait of the mother who also cooked previously for the son, and he becomes familiar or has a nostalgic feeling towards the woman who's cooking for him. This is deep. Cooking for another man is deep. You just don't realize just yet. So, let me just break it down in terms of obviously how deep cooking for another man or letting your man get cooked for by another woman, maybe not once. I mean, once in a while. I mean, it happens. Your friends, blah blah blah. But when it's a regular occasion, you need to shut that thing down. You need to shut that thing down. That's one of the ways to jailbreak a relationship. You start cooking for another man. That's one way to jailbreak a relationship. I told you that men are moved by action, not by words. Women are moved by words. Men are moved by action. So when a woman starts cooking, it's an action that she's put into place. When Eve gave the fruit to Adam, it was an action. She didn't say anything about take and eat. She just gave the fruit over to Adam, and Adam ate the fruit. So it's the action that brings down a man. So when you start cooking, it's an action you're putting forward, and therefore you are actually moving the man from his position. Oh yeah. You're probably just saying, oh, but I'm just friends with her. Listen, you start off friends, and then it escalates. I'm not saying everyone's relationship is like that. There's exceptions to the rule. I'm just letting you know. A lot of relationships start off as we friends. It starts off with an action, and next you know, you're more than just being friends. So let me break down a few points that I had about obviously fix another man a plate of food. Here, number one is this: because cooking food, the mother did that in the past. So a man has positive and good memories of his mother cooking for him, because a male doesn't want to grow up. You see, there's aspects of a male that doesn't want to grow up. They always want to be nurtured. They have a Peter Pan type of spirit within them, and they don't want to grow up. And so because they don't want to grow up and they want to be nurtured, when you cook for them, it reminds them just of their mother. So it becomes familiar. You see, every man wants to marry a woman who's familiar. Why? Well, we all want to marry somebody who's familiar, because it's easier to what? Get along, to get to know the person, and you get that feeling of like, I've known you forever. And therefore the bond is much stronger. And therefore you don't have to work as hard as trying to stay together and getting to know that individual. Familiarity breeds comfortability. Comfortability brings a guard down, and when the guard comes down, trouble comes through. So when someone else is cooking for your husband or your boyfriend, let me tell you something. They're breeding familiarity to comfortability to guard coming down to next trouble. So I'm not saying that every woman or I'm not saying that every time that you cook a meal that there's a conscious thought that something's going to happen, but I'm saying to you, yo, check it. Just check it. Okay? Just check it. Because a man lacks familiarity, and when he's familiar, because a woman represents the mother in terms of the fact that he sees that familiar traits and qualities, he's happy with that. He wants that. And so another woman cooking for your man can become very familiar with him because she's representing the woman now. Confusion. 2. A man wants a woman who can fit into his family, right? So if his mother was a great cook, and then the woman who's not the girlfriend or the wife is also the person cooking for him is also a great cook, yo, blood, you get confused, like I said, because that person can fit in or mold in to what you consider to be family nucleus. So what I'm saying is this: you have an image of perfect family, we all do, of what a perfect family is. And so when the person is cooking, it can remind you of the perfect family situation you had in the past about fitting in. That was the place that you fit. Most people have an okay family, a good family. You have some problems, but you enjoy your family. But you fitted in your family. So therefore, when the man fitted in his family and the mother was cooking for him, when another woman's cooking for him, it reenacts or kind of replays that I'm fitting in at this particular moment. You feel me? Added to that point, a man likes to be, like I said, taken care of. It's like you are nurturing me. You want to take care of me. You want to baby me. You want to what? You want to take... the reason why Eve was made for Adam is because she was a perfect help mate. She was a comforter. She was somebody who was going to come and help Adam. She was someone who was going to come and what? She was going to come and nurture Adam. Because that is what she is created for. And so when another woman's cooking for your boyfriend or husband, they're actually creating that nurtural feeling, and the man feels like he can fit in. She becomes like another piece of jigsaw and he fits in. You may be thinking I'm talking wild, but listen, really sit down and think about this and you'll understand what point I'm coming from. Point 3. Like I said, there's a Peter Pan spirit in most men, and they don't want to grow up. So what do you do for a child? You wash their clothes, you iron their clothes, you cook for them. Yeah, you just, and the word I like to use is nurture. I keep saying this word, nurture, right? So imagine this now. The woman cooks for your food. We're talking about cooking here specifically, cooking the plate. That is one of the biggest parts of nurture. I mean, you're feeding his belly. That's what gives him strength. You understand? And like I said, because you represent somebody in the past who was also doing that, it can bring a nostalgic feeling of the fact that I'm being taken care of right now. So another woman is taking care of your man. Subconsciously, consciously, he may not thinking that she's taking care of me, but in the subconsciousness, there's a working which is there. I'm being taken care of. And everybody likes to have a nice time where you're getting cooked for, because it's like, I'm taking my feet off the pedal. I don't have to do anything. I'm being taken care of. Hence why we go to restaurants, we get taken care of. Somebody else is having the stress, and then we eat the food, and we can chill. So someone else cooking for your man is creating that atmosphere. Mad thing. Open eights. Okay, point 4. Nobody beats mom's cooking, right? Nobody beats mom's cooking. But who comes the closest? You see, the person who can imitate your mother, the male's mother, is a dangerous character. Because if it's not you as the wife and another woman can imitate his mother's cooking, he's going to have an endearing feeling towards that woman. Because again, it breeds nostalgia and it brings good memories and good vibes of the past. Because it's familiar and it's comfortable. So whenever that woman's cooking, he eats that food and he's enjoying not just the food, but the atmosphere of the past coming into the present. You see, and when, like I said, familiarity brings comfortability, and comfortability brings a guard down, and a guard down brings trouble. So when someone else is cooking, are they even... listen, I'm just saying, ladies know, man. Some of you lot need to up your cooking game. You may be saying, well, what can you cook? But listen, don't worry about my cooking, yo. I like to be taken care of. I'm a male. You get me? I know you like to be taken care of. We get together in a different way. I'm a male. I like to get taken care of. And I love food. So listen, if my woman's going to cook food, listen, she got to cook well. That's what I'm saying. She got to cook well. I can't go for someone who can't cook well. You may think I'm shallow for saying that, but that's your business, blood. I understand what I like and what I need to have. So I'm cool with that. You feel me? But I'm just letting you know that another woman cooking for your man on a regular basis, dangerous. Dangerous. And then 5, as we spoke about, it brings fond memories, it brings nostalgic feeling, just a past kind of thing, you know. But what I would like to add to that, in terms of obviously cooking, is that it's time alone. Because if you're not there, as a woman, I'm speaking to you, if you're not there, but it's just them two, you know, Jesus broke bread with sinners. The reason why he did that is because the guard comes down. When you're eating food and chilling, the people's guards come down and you can have conversation. See, when the guard is down, that's when you're most vulnerable. You see, we have guards for different types of people because we can't let everybody into our life. That's how we get destroyed. That's how we get hurt. That's how hearts get broken. So, and we make sure as well that we don't get into trouble by putting up walls to certain people. But when you're eating food, the walls suddenly come down. The walls suddenly come down. And when the walls are down, what happens? We'll look at the Greek war. When the Trojan horse had penetrated the wall, what happens? When Joshua went round Jericho 7 times and they sang and they shouted and the wall fell down, they could attack. When they sent spies into the into Jericho originally, what happened? They sourced information. They sourced information, valuable information to take down the enemy. You, listen, are the wall. And if you're eating food, you're just anyhow, anybody, any person. You got to be careful because your guard will come down because you feel comfortable in that setting. It's like just eating food at Nando's. Like you naturally, ordinarily have a black people don't really do it at first, innit? When we're eating the food's banging, we're just chewing and we're yamming. But after the food done, you can talk and be free and be not as stiff in your conversation. You can be more free and just be like flow because I'm eating, I'm well fed. I've been taken care of. You feel me? So when someone's cooking for your wife, I just want to recap now because I'm going to keep it. I don't want to leave this for too long. Let's recap. The whole point of why cooking for somebody else, like someone else cooking for your man, is deeper than deep. Is the fact that she's representing somebody who he has a nostalgic feeling to, a loving feeling to. And men marry women who represent or have the same traits and qualities as their mother, because one, he's going to take that woman back to his mother. So he needs somebody who's going to be just like his mother, so that him and his mother can get along, because men want an easy life. We don't want stress. We don't want to be arguing. We don't want a mother-in-law to be trying to be nuking our relationship. So if the woman can cook well, you see, when your woman can cook well, when she goes to parties and stuff, she'll be asked to cook, and then listen, everybody will favor her because she can cook. You see, cooking is so key. If you look at the Bible and look at you look at Esau and Jacob. What did Isaac say? Son, oh, go and cook that soup that you cooked for me, please, and then I'll bring the blessing. So after, what did Jacob do? He went and cooked the food, came back and stole the blessing. Because the eating of the food, listen, bro, when you're well fed, you feel comfortable now. You're at liberty and free. You see, that's why Jesus Christ had to do the Last Supper. You see, at that time, he could then break it down to them, the harsh reality, which is that he's going to die. It's the last I'm going to eat with you. You see, when you're eating food, it's when you can break certain things down to certain people. So the I like you that friend might want to say to your friend will say it over dinner. You get me? I'm just letting you know, eating food, like, it's not as simple as you think, eh? It's deeper than deep. But listen, little black book, I don't even want to talk too long. You try to figure it out. You understand what I'm saying. If you disagree, bruv, comment down below. Tell me something I don't really know. Alright, appreciate you. Little black book, little no. Ooh.
You're done.